Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to review of Divided We Fall, the third official album from the band Flaw. Today we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the release, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I've already reviewed their first two demo records and their second official album Endangered Species, so go check those videos out. My story with this band is quite simple. I've stumbled upon their music back in 2013 because I was searching for more nu metal bands. I think the first song I've heard was Payback and I did enjoy it. I've been their fan ever since, or should I say up until 2019. The lineup on Divided We Fall is Chris Volz on the vocals, Jason Dawn on the guitars, Ryan on the bass and Corey on the drums. For Corey, this is his only release with the band, while all of the previous members are like the founding guys. They've been there for all of the official and demo record releases. We have one member, Lance Arney, the second guitarist, missing here, but he still wrote the songs for this record. He just quit before the recording started. To put it simply, Divided We Fall and the 2017 EP United We Stand, which has B-sides from this release, are the last releases from Flaw, where we have any of the founding and longest standing members except the vocalist Chris. He is the only constant in this band. The production is tight, it's clean but heavy, no noise or no clipping, just the way I like it. Message is diverse, the songs are mostly about personal struggles, relationship issues, addictions, emotions, society, military, etc. I urge you to read them by yourselves if you're interested in that. Structure of the tracks is basic, standard intro, verse pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro, nothing fancy here. When it comes to the music genre of this release, it could be described as 80% nu metal and 20% alternative rock/metal. That's it. Now let's talk about the musicianship here. Let's start with the band's drummer. His playing is phenomenal. I love his double bass work, his groove, his style, the precision of his playing, just everything. It's commendable and it sounds great. Then we've got the bass work by Ryan. The bass is audible, sometimes he follows the guitars and sometimes he goes off his own. Usually just goes off and plays whatever he wants to, and that's beautiful. I adore the bass sound on this release. The bass lines are crispy, juicy and they enrich the sound of the band. Besides that, we also have some symphonic and keyboard elements on this release, mostly just on the final song, but they're here and they're fine. When it comes to the guitar work on this release, it's flawless. We've got the crunchy, heavy, bouncy nu metal riffs, mixed with those more intricate and more melodic ones. Some acoustic passages here and there, some Caveman 00 riffs here, some more technical stuff. This record has it all. And last but not least, let's talk about Chris' vocals, and well, his screaming, shouting, yelling, growling is always on point. I do enjoy it, it sounds fantastic, he's full of energy. He even raps sometimes or tries to, and it also sounds good. But when it comes to his clean singing, I feel like this is the first release where some of his vocals do not sound exactly like him, because in the past he would be very emotional and you could feel it. It was like rough and raw, but honest at the same time. Here some of the singing sounds a little bit whiny and forced, not all of it, just some of it, but it's enough for me to be like, oh, this chorus is not that great, to be honest. So that's what happens on some of the songs. Still, I would say that like 80% of his performance here is top notch. Now we can finally rate the individual songs. The album opens up with Fed Up, Cost 22. This is actually a re-recording of a song Disgusted from 1998 demo album called Flaw. The only noticeable difference is that this version has much more interesting drum patterns which enrich the sound of the song, but the track also has a new bridge section which isn't that great. Meanwhile, the original 1998 version doesn't have those cool drums, but at least the bridge section is better. It does not sound like the one here. Also, the vocals in the new version when it comes to the bridge are a little bit rough, but everything else slaps. If I had to choose, I would just connect both of those versions. Just record the 1998 version again, but with those new school drums added here on Fed Up, and it would have been flawless. Sadly, that's not the case. It's fantastic, but it's not perfect, so 10 minus to the album version and 10 out of 10 to the 1998 demo. Do You Remember is another song that is actually a re-recording of a demo from the Foundation sessions in 2008. It is interesting seeing this song here because the demo was a little bit rough, but I did enjoy it. Here yet again the production makes it sound more crisp and in your face, which is a positive thing. I love the verses and the bridge, but that chorus, well, the singing is just okay. It sounded more emotional and real on the demo cut, so 9 minus, but 9 out of 10 to the demo version. Fatal Fall is the first new song here and I do enjoy it. It's much more melodic compared to the previous two. I really dig the emotional atmosphere, the verses, the bridge, the chorus could have been better. Just a great song, nothing more, nothing less, 8 out of 10. Live and Breathe is another song that was already posted years ago, I think on the Foundation 2008 demo sessions as well. This new version sounds so bouncy, the bass lines are just fantastic, the doom 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 in the verses, that's so much fun to listen to. Vocally it is great besides the awful chorus, the singing there, I don't know why he's singing in that key and that way, but it's very off-putting to me. Which is hilarious because the 2008 demo has a very similar instrumental, like 80% is exactly the same, but the lyrics and the vocal melodies are 100% different. And I actually do prefer the demo cut because it's much heavier vocally, it has some screaming, this one doesn't have that much of it, so yeah, 9 minus out of 10 and 10 out of 10 to the demo cut. Choices is the second new song here. And it's the best song on the record for me. I just love the verses, the heaviness in the vocals, the anger, the punchy guitar riffs, fantastic drumming, bass lines that could topple a mountain. Sometimes we make the choices, other times the choices make us. Raise up your voices, I take a bullet for the people I trust, something like that. It's so much fun to listen to. Every single section here is fantastic and it connects well with each other, 11 out of 10. Wipe Away the Dust, this one is more melodic, but it still retains the heavy atmosphere. I love the vocal performance, the chorus is so beautiful. One of the highlights of this release as well, 10 out of 10. Bleed Red is an interesting song because this is the first single of the release back in 2014 or 15. I remember hearing it like way before the album. Love its old school nu metal nature, like the verses sound like they're from 2001, the chorus is fun. Don't you know that we bleed red? Take what you want and sing it in your mind. Take what you want and sing it in your mind. I love all of that, it's wonderful. The bridge is good as well until you find out that the 2013 version has a completely different one. And that one actually fits the song way better, so that's my only complaint. 10 out of 10 to the album version, 10 plus to the demo. Let Me Go, this song sounds very melodic and slightly positive, even if the lyrics hit very close to home. The vocal performance and the instrumental is top-notch, just the bridge section could have been ironed out. 9 out of 10. Heal is the first song on this record where I feel like, oh, this could have been way better. It sounds a little bit fillerish, but it's fine, I will never skip it as I'm going through the record. But it won't grab your attention as the previous tracks, 7 out of 10. When You Grieve, on the other hand, is another ballad, so this is already a red flag, because the previous song had more of a meh vibe to it, and this one continues that. It is not that interesting, sometimes I skip it, sometimes I don't. Obviously it's a decent track, it's just a little bit too much at this point, 6 out of 10. And the final song is like a special version of My Letter, a single from their first release from 2001, Through the Eyes. I understand why this is here, so they can actually sell this album to remind people of their career, so that's the business decision. But from the artistic point of view, I just feel like this is pointless. Why is this here? It isn't that much different from the original song. It actually sounds way worse if you ask me. It just means nothing to me, I'm sorry. This shouldn't be on the record, 5 out of 10. Now let's talk about the B-sides that didn't make the cut for this release. Let's start with I Will Carry You. This is another of those songs that is a very boring ballad. Not sure why it exists, but it's still here. I don't mind it, but I will also not listen to it by my own volition. 5 out of 10. Fall Into This is a re-recording of a song by the same name from 1998, the demo album Flaw. So it's the same exact situation that happened with Fed Up and Disgusted. I love the original version of this song because the bridge is so heavy. Chris is just screaming his heart out, and this version sadly does not include any of that. The music is still beautiful and fantastic, but the vocal performance leaves a lot to be desired. It's just not that emotional, to be quite honest. 8 out of 10. My Style sounds like it was made in 2003. I am actually surprised this isn't part of the standard edition of the release. It has an atrocious production because it's just a demo, but I just love every single section in this song. If this was on the album, it would have been the second best song after Choices. The vocal performance slaps, the singing, the screaming, the guitar riffs, the melodies, all of it is beautiful. Check it out if you haven't heard it, 10 plus out of 10. Such is Life is another boring snooze fest. It's a ballad, it exists, I don't know why, 5 out of 10. Rise Above is a demo from 2014 that leaked on the internet, and it's actually pretty fun. I do enjoy it, should have been on the album. It has energy, intensity, love the chorus, the verses slap as well. 8 out of 10. Here and Now is a song that was posted online I think in 2012 by Chris Votes and some other dude. It's fun, I do enjoy it. It's a ballad, but it sounds interesting, you know what I mean? You can find it on YouTube. I just wanted to shout it out because it's a great song and no one knows about it. 8 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, repetitive. Yeah, this is a great record, one of the best nu metal albums of 2016 because we didn't have a lot of them back then. To me, the consistency is stable because they knew to put the most interesting songs up front, and the last 3 tracks were like, slower and slower, less interesting. I get that, but what I don't respect or understand is why some of the B-sides were not like re-recorded to be featured on the standard edition. This is how I would do it to make this record better. Start with Fed Up as they did, but it would be an amalgamation of both versions, the 1998 one and this new one. Take the old one and re-record it with the new interesting drums, then Do You Remember should be the old version with the newest album production. Fatal Fall, Choices, Wipe Away the Dust and Let Me Go can stay the same. Live and Breathe should be the old version with new production, same as Bleed Red because it has better bridge. My Style should have been on the album. I don't know what they were smoking that they omitted this banger from the release. I don't understand it. Same with Rise Above. It's not my favorite song, but it has energy, intensity, and people should know about it. It should have been on the album except of those boring ballads. And the record should have ended with Fall Into This, not My Letter. Why? Because it's so poetic that the new album starts with a song from 1998 and it would end with a song from 1998. And Fall Into This should have been re-recorded in an old version style with new production, with those heavy vocals and screaming in the bridge left intact. That's all I would change about this record. Celebrate its anniversary by spinning it today, it deserves your attention. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe, follow me on my Instagram in the description. Shout out to all my Patreon supporters who basically sponsor these videos, you are truly wonderful. You can join them if you want so I can make an album review, do media cover, a video of your choice. See you next time. United we stand and divided we fall, hey, bye.